Boy, Fortune 5000.
Boy, River Levi.
I'll be real with y'all, man. First time I ended up getting incarcerated and they charged me as an adult, even though I was a juvenile. And I ended up going up the road was back in 2008, right? So when I first was incarcerated, it wasn't really that many punks or sissies or the dudes that want to be women, right? Incarcerated. Now, it was some, it just wasn't a whole lot. I got out for a couple months and got jammed right back up and caught 10 years, right?
Yeah.
On this 10 years, it was the same thing. It was a couple little punks on the compound. That's just what we call them in prison. They're okay with it. Don't kill me. Don't cancel me. No family death threats. None of that. I'm just being honest.
Another term for the punks in prison, like Kodak said, them bunions.
Them bunions. But them dudes that, you know, they want to be a woman. You feel me? So when I started getting closer and closer and closer to going home, it seemed like there was just more and more and more bunions like being locked up, bro. Like it went from like 10 people out of a camp of 1,200 people to like over 100, yeah, bro.
I know they got statistics that came out that says in these days, more kids and people have came out as part of that community. And I noticed the same thing he noticed. I went to prison in 2011 and get released to 2021. And when I first got there, it was like a very small population of them. It was kind of not many. You probably knew every last one of them because probably like 3 to 4 to 5 to 6. But as my time kept going, it just seemed like, what is they doing? Locking all the gays up? That's what it felt like. Every last gay was just getting sent to prison. Dudes was coming out more. It became more accepted, more normal, more just. And by the time I left in 2021, I will argue to say at least 40% of the compound I was at,
bruh,
was on bunion time.
I'm gonna tell you something crazy that I know a lot of the people in the LGBTQ is gonna be upset for me saying this, but I'm not saying this my personal opinion. But this is the story on the campus that I was at, bro. He was there with me, you feel me? So he could vouch. They were starting to say like, you know, being a man that wanting to be a woman is really like a psychological issue. I'm not saying it is, but they were saying like maybe this is why all of them starting to get jammed up, you feel me? And it made sense. Like, I'm not saying personally it makes sense. That's just what the story was on the compound. Like, they're gonna keep locking more and more and more and more up because you're really crazy if you was born a man and think you a woman. I'm not saying you're crazy.
Yeah.
This was just the whole thing. But every year you can't tell me more and more. And to be honest with you, it kind of made like prisons a little bit worse.
Oh, hell
because
yeah.
I'd be standing in line and next thing you know, people behind me just start fighting because they fighting over a punk. You feel me?
But it got so bad at one point in time. It got so bad and so accepted, I felt like dudes start coming out more as well, and it got so crazy. I'm not going to say what gang it is.
Gang members started getting involved.
Matter of fact, I have to say what gang it is, because this is what the rule they made at Florida State Prison, FSP, on the West Unit. The G's came out with a rule at this specific camp and said, as long as you got over 20 years in prison, it is okay for the gang members to sleep with other boys.
To have a boyfriend.
And it started a major conflict on the compound I was at. I'm not a G or a gang member, but I remember specifically it started a major conflict because it was like, no. Then people started saying yes, that Hoover himself passed it down. I don't know much about the G's and Hoover, but this was the stuff I was hearing. And this ain't no flagging.
And then they created a whole new saying. It's voodoo in the doodoo. You remember that?
Voodoo in the doodoo.
It's voodoo in the doodoo. That's why I say that, because it'll be perfectly straight men that you done been locked up with 6 years and they ain't do nothing crazy, nothing with another boy. And the next thing you know, somehow they get roped off in a situation with a man and they are all the way out there. They don't care. It's going down. Like, they fighting behind another boy.
It's got crazy. Like, I ain't no gang historian, but I don't know if you were still locked up when the gang OKs came up.
I remember OKs.
It was called OKs At the camp we was at, FSP, the camp we was at together, it was called the Cheetah Girls.
Yeah,
they was doing some weird stuff, but in probably 2018, it was a gang called OK, which stand for the Outcasts, was predominantly punks. They all got together, got sanctioned, or whatever it may be, to become an official gang.
Oh, they fighting now.
And they became an official gang. And I will tell you this, 2018 to 19, this was the worst gang on Jefferson compound. They got into a bloodbath with the Bloods. And from the outside...
The punks versus the Bloods?
Yes, because the Bloods was pretty much saying, no, y'all cannot be sanctioned, because they was throwing up a certain number. I don't know what number was, you know, the Bloods throw up a certain number under a certain set. Because I really don't, I'm not quite sure. But the OKs said they came from underneath a certain number. And I felt like the Bloods, I don't feel like I knew the Bloods had a problem with that. So they start putting pressure on the OK, like, listen, y'all have to lead this pound. We ain't doing that here. Y'all can't be this number of gang and fully accepted, and all y'all is predominantly gays. But the tables has turned. This is in Jefferson. The tables have fully turned, and the OKs ran all them dudes up out of there. I'm talking about every day for like 2 weeks straight. Helicopters landing, ambulance pulling up. I was able to look through my window one time and see the dude coming down the walkway with something hanging out of his neck, a piece of metal hanging out of his neck, getting pushed on the stretcher. And he was a blood member, and the OKs was taking these boys up through there on every corner. So much, the rest of the gangs on the compound
fell back.
And y'all got it. Cause you know how it go. Numbers win, and they had so many numbers, and not just had numbers. They was living like that. They was living like that so much. They put down on yours truly and told me straight up, cause I was getting certain drugs, cigarettes, and phones on the compound doing my thing.
Shout out to Philly, my dog in prison. He called right now. Free Philly.
Know what I'm saying? So this same gang member pulled up on me. I ain't gonna cap. They say, listen, you getting in Molly. We need a piece of that. If you don't give us a piece of that, you ain't doing nothing on the compound. I had to play it smart. I said, listen, I can't just give it to you. It's gonna make me look soft. You feel what I'm saying? Let me work y'all a beautiful deal. I'm just pretty much giving to y'all on so much consignment that we all win. Cause I ain't finna care. I was scared as fuck.
Bro, the punks bought that, bro.
They bought that.
They gonna jump you. They gonna fire you up.
And these boys went and shit left. I'm talking about they putting gangs up through there. The only gang that really gave a hell was the Zoes, and they went back and forth for a good while, and nobody lost. They held their homes with the Zoes. So you had Zoes running one side of the compound, and a punk gang called OKs running one side of the compound. They even started hiring gay officers. You had these gay officers stripping us butt naked, looking at us.
Yeah.
Like, oh, whoa, is this, can they be doing this? Got this man to really let you know, like, he wasn't he was all the way out there like, yeah, go ahead and pull your pants down. And his favorite thing to say was, pants off, jacket off. Saying, take your pants off and take off your jacket. But he like saying the gay ass way, pants off and jacket off, man.
That's degrading, by the way.
Hell.
Extremely degrading. Imagine 10 years of living like this.
So at one point I was really thinking like, damn, are they just locking all the gays up or dudes coming out? Like, is it been in these dudes or what the hell was going on with the prison right now?
Because it seemed like the more that was becoming arrested and being on the compounds, it was, I don't know, bro. It was like they was trapping dudes, bro. Because, so you already know, you go to the box, it's a 2-man cell. You don't want to be in a 2-man cell with a punk.
You can't?
Bro, it was a punk from Jacksonville named Mimi, the fat one. And when I was in the box and he came in, I already told the officer, hey, bro, either I'm finna be out of here or he's finna be out of here. And bro had respect for me, so bro was just like, hey, it's straight. Please don't put me in the cell with him. Because he already seen it in my eyes. No, bro. Because, bro, people in the box, when they sit there and say, hey, you know, bro was in the cell with so-and-so in the box. You feel me?
Yeah.
They already look at you different. Your whole image, your whole reputation, it changed, bro.
Because to be realistic, that's how it goes. If you get put in confinement with a bunny on and you so-called straight, and y'all spend all this time together in confinement where nobody can see y'all, usually when dudes allow these punks, and I say a lot, but when these punks come in with these dudes, a lot of times, a lot of freaky, weird stuff going on at night that nobody can't see. So if somebody like me or himself was to say, yeah, you can stay, or yeah, I'm going to stay, you got ulterior motives. So when that happened, you either got to put them on the door or do what I did, put myself on the door. Because I didn't want to fight, but I said, hey, I just got to get out of here.
Bro, I ain't gonna lie. I ain't want to fight him, bro.
Neither. I said, I told him I'm going to commit suicide on myself. Get me out of here and put me on type of sight watch. So officer, I know what you're trying to do. He got me out of there.
You don't want to be labeled. As soon as they say you fought a punk, they say you fought your boyfriend. So now it's hard to escape a situation with a bunion, bro. I'm just being real with you. It's hard to escape that situation. And now, like, when it seemed like gang members was kind of picking and choosing too, bro. Because the Bloods had a couple people that was messing with them, and
let it slide.
But majority of the people, they would get on, and you got to get from around this compound, or they gonna X you out, all that stuff. You ain't banging that stuff no more. But it'd be like one or two that they'll be like, damn, bro, tripping. You remember Hot Boy?
Yeah. Good fighting ass too.
He ended up just catching life. Damn. He got out, did some stupid stuff called like dude from Daytona, but I mean, he following the punk around the whole compound, back and forth and down in the Bloods. He just living like that, so the Bloods are like, we still want him on the team, because if he go to war, he can fight, he gonna poke you up, he gonna do whatever, you know what I'm saying? So it's like they just didn't even look his way when he was doing it. But everybody else, they was getting on their ass.
I beat him, but I ain't finna cap when he said the Bunyan came to his cell in confinement, he pretty much told Buddy boom, 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 boom. I was actually scared to fight dude, because I was actually like in a protective work release, what it's called? Outside gate shit. I was in protected work camp doing, so I was very minimum custody. Time getting short. And I'm hearing about the OKs, but they put a dude from the compound, like the high security, a OK gang member in the cell with me. I just didn't want to find him because I ain't want to get stabbed. So I told the officer straight up, hey man, if you keep me here, I'm gonna kill myself. Get me out here, officer. Cool. Put me in a cell, but I ain't want the pressure, but I ain't gonna.
Yeah, you don't want to be in a cell with a punk, man.
Nah, you got ulterior motives, man. You gotta get moving, he gotta get moved, somebody gotta get moving. Usually officers understand that if they okay, if not, they gonna make you crash out with it, which that's up to you.
But like I said, bro, before I ended up going to work release, it was just so many, like, real punks. Punks are trans, they're born man, but they want to be a woman. You know what I'm saying? So think about that. Like, it went from a couple in my first 10 years of my bid to over 100.
Like a whole bunch of.
Like, it was like, damn, what the heck going on right now?
Even some of the dudes, and it be crazy because like the dudes who be having the most chain gang sauce that all the female officers be fucked up about, be the ones busting down the boys.
And I caught one too before, bro, coming out that mop closet.
Oh, that shit disgusting as hell.
Coming out that mop closet, and he smashing a female officer. But late night, I use the restroom. I see him come out the mop closet. You know, it got cement in there, so that's what people be making their knives and stuff.
Yeah.
And before I finished peeing, a bunion come out the mop closet. I was like, and this a dude that's like, you were in, I don't know, bro, it be crazy, because now it's starting to be like the harder, most gangster dudes now be like the ones that's fitting the profile of who messing with these bunions. It be like the laid back, humble, calm people be the ones that don't be messing with, but them gangsters.
The most turned up ones.
Yeah,
because
gangsters.
They know nobody ain't gonna fuck with them either, so they can pretty much do what they want to do. But they be the most turned up, swagged up, gangster, tattoos all on their face.
Goals in their mouth.
All the chain gang swag going for them.
Yeah, they messing with them punks, man.
You say, well, they be messing with them. So.
I ain't saying all of them, but it's a lot of them.
Majority of them. I'm not
ones you would never expect.
Majority of them. So that just led us with the question. They locking all the punks up now?
I think so, bro. And hey, this the message too, man. Because this is one of the reasons I was like, I can't go back to prison, bro.
No, fuck no.
Because I'm like, damn, man, I'm free. And I got a woman, and I lay with her every night in the same bed, so I don't, you know what I'm saying? You're not doing this in prison, bro. You in a dorm with a bunch of men, and now that the dorms are starting to be a bunch of gay dudes, if you really want to go down that route, I'm letting you know, I ain't telling you what to do. You can commit crimes if you want to, but if you do, just know you're going to end up in a camp, and you're going to be surrounded by gay dudes, bro. I'm just letting you know now.
A lot of gays and a lot of jits.